The Rock leaks what's next following his offer to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes turns heel. Carmella finally breaks silence on leaving WWE. Is Rey Mysterio actually injured? There's a major flaw in WWE matches. Triple H breaks silence after shocking WWE title change. Batista looks insanely jacked yet again. Why WWE had Jey Uso attack Grayson Waller on Raw. Seth Rollins angry at Cody Rhodes. Let's dive right in. Cody Rhodes turns heel. Cody Rhodes' heel turn was teased on the latest episode of WWE Raw on Netflix when the American Nightmare was engaged in a heated segment with Seth Rollins. The Visionary attempted to remind Rhodes of their struggle against The Rock and the Bloodline in pursuit of the undisputed WWE Championship, as well as the sacrifices Rollins made for the cause the previous year. However, in response, Dusty's son reminded Rollins that his soul was already compromised due to his previous run with the Authority. We will discuss 3 reasons why Cody Rhodes should turn heel at WWE Elimination Chamber 2025. Number 1. To bring an unexpected twist on the road to WrestleMania 41. One of the primary reasons Cody Rhodes should turn heel at Elimination Chamber is that it would add an unpredictable twist to the road to this year's Showcase of the Immortals. There is already significant buzz for WrestleMania 41, but since the entry of the final boss, anticipation has grown to new heights. If the American Nightmare turns heel and becomes the corporate champion on The Rock's behalf, it would be a cause for additional excitement among the fans. It also makes this year's WrestleMania even more compelling. Additionally, if John Cena wins the men's Elimination Chamber match, a showdown between corporate Cody and the Cenation leader at WrestleMania 41 would attract massive attention from the WWE Universe. Number 2. To open more opportunities as a champion. Cody Rhodes' babyface run as undisputed WWE champion is surely loved by fans, but it supposedly has limited scope and a restricted pool of opponents. However, if Rhodes embraces a villainous persona and accepts the final boss's offer, it would open up numerous avenues hitherto not available. These prospects are not just as a champion, but also as a top star in the company. Even the People's Champion highlighted this during his offer to Cody on last week's SmackDown. He emphasized how Rhodes could achieve things he couldn't even imagine by aligning himself with a member of TKO's board of directors. This gives the American Nightmare another compelling reason to turn heel at WWE Elimination Chamber 2025. Number 3. To remain undisputed WWE champion for a longer time. Opposing The Rock could create innumerable obstacles and conflicts for Cody Rhodes' title reign. If the American Nightmare wants to remain champion for a longer time, he must turn heel at Elimination Chamber and accept The Rock's offer. Furthermore, Cody's babyface run as champion has been gradually losing momentum among fans, especially since his feud with Kevin Owens ended. He also doesn't seem to have too many heels who can match him in stature after feuding with AJ Styles, Owens, and previously Roman Reigns. A villainous turn would inject fresh energy into Rhodes' title reign, preventing it from becoming stale and keeping fans engaged. Carmella finally breaks silence on leaving WWE. Carmella left WWE earlier last week and has now finally addressed the situation for the first time. She has broken her silence on the matter. Carmella had not said anything since leaving WWE and changing her social media addresses to reflect her new status outside the company. Even with her departure, she had stayed silent. She revealed on Instagram that she had been sick and thus had not talked about it before addressing the news of her leaving the company. She said that the news had broken and took the time to thank everyone for their concern and appreciated them. Some news broke last week, and I just wanted to let you know that I've seen all of your texts and tweets and messages and DMs and oh my god, you guys are just the best, and I'm so grateful for you and everything that you've been saying about Carmella and my career, and I'm so blessed, so thank you. She said that she knew there were many questions about everything surrounding her leaving the company. However, she promised that she would address her future and what happened when she appeared on a podcast later this week. She said that she had a lot to say about the situation and asked them to tune in, and she would give more details when she was able to. I know there's a lot of questions and uncertainty around everything. I will be going on a podcast later this week, answering some of those questions and telling my side because I have a lot to say about the situation. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll give you the details when I can, and I can't wait to fill you guys in. The coming week should reveal more about everything that unfolded leading up to the recent events. Is Rey Mysterio actually injured? Rey Mysterio has been away from WWE TV since suffering a merciless attack at the hands of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods on February 10th. He missed 2 consecutive episodes of Raw, and it looks like he will be missing some more. This week on the Monday Night Show, WWE announced that the legendary luchador would be out of action for an extended period. Following the news, fans have been wondering whether the Master of 619 has sustained a real-life injury. However, that does not seem to be the case. Rey Mysterio's injury is purely a part of WWE's storytelling. The Hall of Famer is believed to be fit and healthy, as there are currently no reports of him suffering any legitimate injury or concussion. WWE might have shown Mysterio's on-screen injury on Monday Night Raw to add more depth to the ongoing storyline with The New Day. The company often does this to blur the lines between reality and fiction, adding more drama and intensity to the existing rivalries and feuds. The luchador getting sidelined due to Kingston and Wood's vicious attack was seemingly a creative plot executed to perfection. It looks like Triple H may have decided to keep Rey Mysterio off television to show how ruthless The New Day has become lately. WrestleMania is less than 2 months away, and this is believed to be the hottest period in WWE. It's definitely not a time for any WWE superstar to miss, but Rey Mysterio's status remains unclear. This has left fans with one question: when will the legendary luchador come back? There is currently no official timeline for his return. However, it is possible that Mysterio could make a comeback just 2 to 3 weeks before the show of shows. The Hall of Famer is not expected to miss the biggest night of the year, so his homecoming ahead of WrestleMania seems likely. The Master of 619 could come back and resume his rivalry with The New Day on Raw, and why not? After all, he does have a score to settle. There are also rumors that Rey Mysterio might compete in a tag team match against Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods at the show of shows, but who could team up with him? It could be anyone from the roster like Penta, Dragon Lee, or WWE might pair Mysterio with any returning star, such as Big E. Only time will tell. There's a major flaw in WWE matches. Dominic Mysterio's interference allowed the Judgment Day to capture the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship on Raw this week. However, a major spot from the match didn't sit well with Vince Russo. Speaking on Legion of Raw on Sportskeeda WrestleBinge, Russo highlighted the spot between Dominic Mysterio and referee during the Women's Tag Team title main event, explaining why he felt it was poorly booked. You watch these shows today, the refs are looking directly at it and they don't do anything about it. So you got one of two choices. Either the heel cheats behind the referee's back and he doesn't see it, or he does see it and he sends the guy to the locker room. You can't have him see it and do nothing and continue to let the person stay out there. Bro, like everybody knows that. Earlier on the podcast, Russo claimed WWE should have booked Jade Cargill's return to cost Bianca Belair and Naomi their tag team gold against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. That would have been a great swerve and a great cliffhanger because, Naomi and Bianca Belair teased that it was Liv and Rodriguez. And you could have had Jade Cargill come out at the end and everybody thinks, oh my god, she's going to screw Liv. But no, she screws the baby faces. We leave it there. We got a cliffhanger going into next week when Jade Cargill tells a story. PW Insider had major update on Jade Cargill in the lead up to Raw this week. Although the former WWE champion didn't show up on the red brand, fans are hoping for a huge surprise at Elimination Chamber Toronto. Triple H breaks silence after a shocking WWE title change. In a shocking turn of events, Bianca Belair and Naomi lost the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship on Raw tonight. Triple H has now sent a message to the newly crowned champions. During the Go Home episode of Raw before Elimination Chamber, Bianca Belair and Naomi put their women's tag team titles on the line against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in the main event. Both teams engaged in a back-and-forth thriller, which saw Dominic Mysterio turn the tables for the Judgment Day members midway through the match. His constant interferences behind the referee's back protected Liv Morgan from taking the pinfall loss multiple times. During the closing moments of the match, Rodriguez sent Naomi crashing into the ring post after Dom once again distracted the referee, allowing Liv Morgan to pick up the victory. After the show went off the air, Triple H took to his official X, formerly Twitter handle, to congratulate Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez and share backstage photos with the newly crowned champions. Hunter, in an amusing bit, also congratulated Dom since he helped the Judgment Day members. Congratulations to the 3 ex-WWE Women's Tag Team Champions and Dom Mysterio, I guess. This ended Bianca Belair and Naomi's title reign after 177 days, also including Jade Cargill's 104-day run before she was replaced by The Glow due to her mysterious attack last year. Batista looks insanely jacked yet again. WWE legend Batista has been spending a lot of time in the gym lately, judging by his latest Instagram story. The former WWE champion looks insanely ripped in a new video he posted on his story. Dave Bautista has been retired from pro wrestling for almost 6 years. The veteran doesn't intend to return to the ring and is happily retired. He has also made a name for himself in Hollywood and is deemed an incredibly talented actor by many. In a new video that Batista shared on his Instagram story, he looks jacked and in incredible shape. There have been cases in the past where wrestlers have come back from retirement. Many fans have speculated about a potential return for the animal over the years. Last year, the legend spoke with Chris Van Vliet and explained why he doesn't want to make a return to the ring. "This is the way I wanted to go out. This is like a dream for me. This is why it's so perfect. It's such a romantic way. Wrestlers don't get to choose the way they go out. I did. I went out on my own terms the way I wanted with the guy I wanted to go out with. I will never tarnish that. It's not that I don't miss it. I miss a crowd. I miss the energy of the crowd. I dream about walking out and hearing my entrance music. But I know if I do that, I will just tarnish my storybook ending, and I'm just not willing to do it." The 56-year-old star lost to his mentor and friend Triple H in a no-holds-barred match at WWE WrestleMania 35 in 2019. Shortly after, he announced his retirement on social media. Why WWE had Jey Uso attack Grayson Waller on Raw? Every episode of Raw matters a lot as WWE builds towards Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania 41. Jey Uso superkicked Grayson Waller backstage, and Vince Russo believed the angle was booked just so that the duo could have a match next week. Royal Rumble winner Jey Uso is one of the top names heading into WrestleMania, where he will challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. On this week's Raw, Austin Theory was seen yeeting, and unsurprisingly enough, Grayson Waller wasn't too pleased with his tag team partner. Jey Uso would appear during the backstage segment and caught Waller off guard with a well-placed superkick. Former WWE head writer and wrestling veteran Vince Russo reacted to the moment and wasn't too impressed by the seemingly predictable booking, noting why WWE really wanted Jey to attack Waller. "We did have the scene in the back where Jey is laying out Grayson Waller just to have a match next week. That's the only reason. Gunther wrestled this week, and Jey will wrestle Grayson Waller next week." Vince Russo briefly also touched upon the main event, which had Bianca Belair and Naomi losing the women's tag team title to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. While Russo felt the match dragged on a bit, he gave credit to all the female performers for working tremendously hard throughout the bout. Then we had the main event, like I said, man, just doing way too much and the heels go over. And it was so drawn out. They worked hard, I mean, there's no question about that. The girls worked their butts off. With title changes already happening on the road to WrestleMania, Triple H and his creative team might have more surprises in store in the weeks to follow. Seth Rollins angry at Cody Rhodes. Instead of the usual, "What do you want to talk about?" On Raw, Cody Rhodes said that he was pretty sure he knew what he had to talk about. When referencing The Rock's request for his soul, Cody explained that he could read between the lines and understood what the final boss wants, explaining that the decision at the Elimination Chamber doesn't affect only him, it's his wife, daughter, nephews, mother, the Nightmare Factory, and the memory of his father. Seth Rollins interrupted him and pointed out that it was the first time they had stood together in the ring in nearly a year, the last time being WrestleMania 40. Rollins would ask him, "What the hell are you thinking?" referencing the war they fought together against Roman Reigns and The Rock. Rollins said that the fact that Cody didn't slap The Rock was a slap to Rollins' face. He urged and demanded Cody Rhodes not to sacrifice everything that Rollins did to help him become the undisputed WWE champion. Cody denounced Rollins for being awfully judgmental. He said the reason why The Rock asked for his soul was because Rollins' soul was compromised. He referenced the post-Hell in a Cell 2023 attack, the betrayal of the Shield in 2014. He also acknowledged Rollins as his Shield at WrestleMania 40. Rollins said he wasn't there to judge Cody, but to protect him from the same mistakes he made years ago. Rollins admitted he has been filled with hate lately, pointing out his hatred towards Roman Reigns and CM Punk. But he said he didn't want to hate Cody Rhodes, telling Cody that he could do whatever he wanted, but when he wins the Elimination Chamber, he doesn't want to face a soulless Cody Rhodes. He wants to face the Cody that took him to the limit inside the Hell in a Cell. However, Rollins concluded by saying that he wasn't coming for Cody's soul, he intended to come after his title. The Rock leaks what's next following his offer to Cody Rhodes. The Rock has gotten everybody hooked following his WWE return on SmackDown last week. He may not be in a match, but the final boss may have the final say over what happens in the main event of WrestleMania 41. The Hollywood icon made Cody Rhodes an intriguing offer, telling the American Nightmare to be his corporate champion. The Rock told Cody he has until Elimination Chamber to decide whether he wants to join the dark side, even tempting him with the promise that all of his dreams will come true. While it remains to be seen what Rhodes will do, the final boss has sent a message to WWE Universe on Instagram. He revealed that they've got some disruptive moves coming up. This essentially confirms that The Rock isn't going anywhere, and he has a few surprises up his sleeve. He even called his final boss character unpredictable. Thanks for watching the show. We got some disruptive moves coming up, so tune in. Love playing this audacious, unpredictable character known as Final Boss Toronto. I'll see you this weekend at Elimination Chamber, he wrote. This will likely lead to a massive WrestleMania main event between Cody Rhodes and the winner of the men's Elimination Chamber match, with The Rock in the middle. If Rhodes does not join the final boss, one disruptive move might be a heel turn from John Cena or CM Punk. Seth Rollins Rollins confronted the American Nightmare about this on Raw this week. The Visionary tried to talk some sense into his former tag team partner, hoping that he would do the right thing and reject the offer. It will be interesting to see how WWE handles Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania 41.